Sorry, guys, I was miles away for a second there. Something glitched on my computer. Big up to everyone here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Midnight Madness show. Thank you very much for joining me again for the second show of the evening, guys. How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing good. Yeah, I thought I'd do. We're going to talk about defensive midfield. The defensive midfield options for Arne Slot. Looks like he's wanting a DM. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Also, we're going to be talking obviously about all this Paul Joyce throwing all these bombs everywhere. Why is he keep saying these things that he said today, this evening on social media? Why is it all coming out now? Does he need to say these things? Probably not. So we're going to talk about it as well. But before we get up to all the good stuff, good evening to every single damn one of you up here already. I hope you're all doing good, guys. How is everyone? Thank you for all of you joining the show. And if you've watched the show back this evening, the top 5 show, I appreciate it. I know it's something a little bit different, a little bit, these top 5 shows. It's something I want to continue doing once a week. Hopefully it'll either be a Tuesday or Wednesday going forward as well. So, yeah, we'll have guests on there every single week. So always top 5 shows. Anything you want to, and I might do Q&A at the end of it as well. So I might do the 5 questions we're going to debate every week on the top 5 show. And then after it, we'll probably do like Q&A as well for you guys in the chat to ask anything off topic as well. So that's going to be going forward now. In the summer, I now changed the channel up a little bit in the summer. Obviously, we're coming to the end of the season. We've got 1 game left. I'm going to be doing the Jurgen Klopp watch along on Sunday. It's his final game, so I'm going to do a watch along for the Liverpool Wolves game, just for the final goodbye of Jurgen Klopp. So I'll be doing that on Sunday. Match previews on Saturday, and then for the rest of the summer, we get obviously when Arne Slot gets appointed, which could be Monday or Tuesday. I will be doing videos about that as well. And then during the summer break, guys, I might do Euros watch-alongs. I know I might be doing some with Drifty as well. Big up Drifty from Coppish. I might be doing some Euro watch-alongs. Well, I am doing some Euro watch-alongs with him on his channel as well. But also I'm going to be doing some Euro watch-alongs on this channel as well. So, I'm going to try and stay as busy as I can during the summer. Also, I'm going to be doing like a transfer roundup show. Every morning. I'm going to be trying to, do a 10-15 minute pre-recorded video for you guys just on the latest transfer updates and stuff like that. So yeah, loads coming up, guys. So hopefully we can keep everything moving in the summer, because as in the summertime, as a football content creator, especially when you're, you only do a particular football team, it can be a bit hard to do. I ain't gonna lie. It can be a bit difficult. But also, what else I'm going to bring you? I'm going to start doing FIFA Pro Clubs. So, yeah, I'm going to start doing FIFA Pro Clubs, and I'm going to give you my. I'm going to be doing FIFA as well. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. I very much rage at FIFA, like hard rage. It can be quite bad. I'm letting everyone know that now. I've broken endless remote controls. So that could be good content. That could be some good content coming up as well. So if you're into your FIFA streams and stuff like that, I'll be doing a lot of that through the summer as well, just to keep the channel ticking over, just doing little things here, little new things here and there. But yeah, so that's what's happening in the summer, guys. And yeah, then into next season, yeah, I'm going to try and change try and change it up a little bit. Jamie, do you fancy doing a Football Manager rebuild? Yeah, I've got Football Manager. We could do that. We could do that. We could do a bit of Football Manager rebuilding. Why not? Sounds good to me. Yeah, why not? We got all that. We've got a long summer ahead of us, especially like 1 game left now, and then So yeah, and then next season, go try and change it up a little bit. I want to try and do watch-alongs next season. That's what I want to do. I want to change a bit up on the channel. I really want to start getting back into watch-alongs a little bit. I didn't do that many watch-alongs this year. I really didn't. So that's something I'm looking to get into a little bit, is watch-alongs next season, and also hate-alongs. I might do a few hate-alongs as well. So, you know, like Man City games, Arsenal games, Man United games, Chelsea games, Tottenham games. You know, I might do all hate-alongs as well as doing Liverpool watch-alongs. And yeah, so I might be I might be doing that next season. Well, I want to be doing that next season. That's if I you're him, I'm a married man, man. I'm a married man. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'll yeah, that's what I'll be looking into this year. So hope you're all good. Oh, Gary, a bald turkey in the way forward for Sunday's roast dinner. Big up, Gary. Hate alongs will grow the channel fast. Big up IFL Discovery. Yeah, I thought something we can get into. Jamie, to be fair, buddy, you had your daughter with hospital, etc. Most probably don't didn't do many watch-alongs. Yeah, it's been a hectic. Look, I ain't gonna lie, it's been a hectic year already this year. It's a hectic year last year. So yeah, I'm hoping next season, sorry, we'll get back into the hate-alongs and the watch-alongs, and we'll still do debate videos. We're going to do loads. I really want to push the channel towards 10,000 subscribers next season. That's my goal. Next season, from the beginning of next season, from August to next May, my target is to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're on 5,600 right now. So it might be a tough ask, but it's what I'm going to try and do. That is the goal, guys. Get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of next season. So yeah, we're going to be doing a load. You know, we're going to do a load of stuff on the channel. But yeah, big up to you guys. Yeah, let's get on. Let's get that 10K, man. That's what I want, man. That's if I can get to 10K, yeah, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. Right, let's talk about what you guys have come here for, and that's so the first one is the Paul Joyce stuff. So Paul Joyce has put out today that Jurgen Klopp was serious. I don't know if you guys have heard this, so I'll read it out word for word. So this is from Paul Joyce. Jurgen Klopp was serious about handing Joel Matip a new deal last summer. So last summer, Jurgen Klopp wanted to keep Joel Matip. Now, this was obviously before, the injury he had this season that kept him out. But we all know he was coming to the last year of his contract, and it was a player Klopp wanted to keep. He desperately wanted to keep Joel Matip. It's a weird one, why. What I don't know why you'd want to keep Joel Matip. He's got a year left in his deal. He's only getting older. We need to move on sometimes. Also, I don't know quite the reason why, Paul Joyce is putting all this out now. It's kind of weird. I've got other things here as well. Let me just find this out. Klopp, and this is Paul Joyce as well, guys. This is Paul Joyce as well. Quoted, Klopp has always been loyal to his squad, too loyal in some cases. So these are the words Paul Joyce is using, man. Look at these are the words he's using. Klopp has always been loyal to his squad, too loyal in some cases. James Milner and Bobby Firmino would have received new contracts last summer had Klopp got his way. Henderson and Fabinho were not pushed out. They forced their way out. This comes from Paul Joyce today. So Henderson and Fabinho was meant to be. Let's go on this bit first. Let's go on this midfield. Let's go on this midfield bit first. Yeah. Klopp did not want to let go of Henderson and Fabinho last summer, according to Paul Joyce. According to Paul Joyce, he wanted to keep Henderson and Fabinho. Do you know what that means, guys? Does everyone in the chat knows what that means? If the Saudi Arabian clubs never came in with offers for Jordan Henderson and Fabinho last summer, we'd have probably only bought McAllister. Let that sink in. And only midfield man might have been McAllister. And that's quite I think we all believe it in a way. I think we all know Klopp is loyal. You know, I believe the James Milner one because James Milner said it himself. This is why I do believe it. James Milner said it himself. James Milner on Liverpool TV at the end of last season said the manager wanted to keep me, but it was the club that didn't. You know, the Klopp wanted me to sign a brand new deal. The manager wanted to keep me, but I didn't want to go. I think James Milner's happy signing another deal. Klopp wanted to keep him, but the club stepped in and didn't give him a new deal. So this is why I do believe it, because I've heard it from James Milner. You know, and but the only thing I want to know is why is it coming out now? I don't think personally Paul Joyce needs to be saying this. I'm going to say it right now. I think it's a bit badly timed. You could say this earlier in the season. That's fine. But saying it with one game left of the season, and this is why I'm making this video. It's not a Klopp bashing or anything like that, guys. I'm actually, you know, I think it's bad from Paul Joyce's point of view, especially if he has put this out. As far as everyone knows, it's all on social media. It's all been quoted by Paul Joyce. Paul Joyce hasn't come back and denied he said any of this. Every person on social media is talking about it and carrying this and everything like that. So it looks like it's the actual thing. I think David Lynch has already said it as well. So there's stuff there, right? But why is he coming out and saying this now? Say it at the beginning of the season. That's fine. We can move on and get on with it. But saying it with one game left of Klopp's reign to go, it smacks it in the face a little bit that maybe he didn't like Jurgen. You know, maybe him and Jurgen didn't get on. Because why would you say it, man? I don't get it. What does it do? I think as fans, most of us probably knew this already. Yeah. I think as a fan base, we know, as much as everyone loves Jurgen to bits, I think everyone realizes his major weakness is that, you know, inability to let people go. That is his weakness, and everyone's got weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not me putting Jurgen down by any stretch of the imagination. It's just that's his weakness. Yeah, he's got that inability to let people go, but I just don't get why he's doing it now. It's a bit of a he's like Paul Joyce has been. He's known this all season. You know, he's known this all season. Why couldn't he just said it like Christmas time, or something like that? It's just, why say it now, man? With one game to go, he could have said this after Klopp left. That would have been better. You know, after Sunday's game and Klopp's left, because Sunday's officially the end of his career at Liverpool. Monday morning, he could have put all this out. Klopp's left. You know, it's done. So he could have put it all out then. But doing it with a few days to go before his last game, it's a bit weird to me. It's a bit weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just don't make no sense. You know, I don't think it's things that I think we all believe it because, as I said, Klopp's major weakness is the inability of letting people go. And I do believe it. Like, I believe he did want to give Joel Matip a new contract last summer. I suppose you guys think as well. And look, if if Paul Joyce came out and said this in the summer, yeah, Klopp wants to give him a new contract, but the club don't want to. We'd have gone, well, yeah, I can understand why the club don't want to give him a new contract. He's had injuries. He's getting on now. We need to refresh players. We need to get players out the door at times and move people on. But also I can understand why he wants to keep him. You know, now you look at it and you're like, why? You know, it's madness. You shouldn't keep him. Why would you give him a year? Because he got the injury. So that's what I'm saying. The tweet don't make sense in the point of view that you're putting it out now. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and I don't think these are tweets, by the way. These are, I think, comments in his newspaper that everyone's taken and put out on social media. But it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Yeah, big up everyone in the chat. Hope you're doing good. Big up Recency Bias. Hope you're doing well, my man. It's just a bit stinky. I don't know. Did Klopp and Paul Joyce have a relationship, guys? You know, did they have any kind of relationship? I really don't know. I really don't know. Did they have any kind of relationship? Did they get on? Did Klopp call him out in a press conference once? I have no idea. I really don't. Is that better, my friend? I changed it a little bit. I get it. It was red and red, so it does make sense. A lighter tone. Hopefully, that's better for you, my friend. You are right, though. It was too much. I don't know if you guys know. Klopp banned him from a presser. Did he, Sean? See, I didn't know this. I don't watch many of the pressers, and so I didn't know that. When did he do that, man? I'm so intrigued. I believe you. So I'm really intrigued now. Oh, where's me? Dropped everything. Oh God, sorry guys. Oh, I was almost pulled my plug out there. I almost pulled my plug out of the wheel of my chair, caught my plug. Jesus Christ, that would have been a disaster. Klopp banned him from a presser. I don't remember it, Matt. I believe you, though. Don't get me wrong. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We literally had Szoboszlai and Maka pre-season for any of the Hendo Fab exit rumors. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Now, Szoboszlai came in before they left as well, didn't they? That's a great point. I couldn't remember if McAllister was the only one who came in before they left. So McAllister and Szoboszlai? Yeah, so it would have been McAllister and Szoboszlai. I don't think we would have gone and got Gravenberch and Endo or whatever DM we was after if them two didn't leave. Yeah. So you're right about the Szoboszlai. I couldn't remember if Szoboszlai was yeah. Yeah, you're correct. I couldn't remember the Szoboszlai one. So yeah, thank you for correcting me there. I do appreciate that. I really do. That makes a little bit more sense. But so I don't think Klopp really wanted to lose Henderson. And I don't think he wanted to lose Fabinho. He wanted to give him another chance. So Henderson, Fabinho, and I think he thought if he got legs around him, like you're saying there, Szoboszlai and McAllister, that would have been. I think Klopp would have felt like I can have them two, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, you know, and that would have got Stefan coming back. He didn't know he'd be out for so long. So yeah. Yeah, great. Thank you for reminding me there. I do appreciate that. That's why it makes sense now why we went so late for the Gravenberch deal and why we went so late looking for a defensive midfielder, really. You know, so it does make a bit more sense. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Was it Joyce who put out the Darwin story? What Darwin story is that, Goosed Up? Is it what before we bought Darwin, or is there a Darwin story at the moment? If there is one there, I haven't seen it. Big up to Promo. Evening and morning to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Um, Someone said earlier removed him from a presser. I did not know that. What presser was it? Sean, do you remember what presser it was, man? Big up, Ant. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Eric saying Joyce is at Edward's mouthpiece. Oh, it could be. It could be because didn't Paul Joyce also put out? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago that the club wanted to buy Christopher Nkunku and Jurgen Klopp wanted Darwin Nunez or something like that? If I remember rightly, Paul Joyce put that out a couple of weeks ago as well, didn't he? Because we spoke about it on the channel. So that's why is he doing it? It can't be just because I haven't seen. Yeah, the Nkunku story. Yeah, big up Goosed Up. So he did. Yeah, you're correct, Goosed Up. He did. Yeah, he put the Nkunku and Darwin Nunez story as well. This is what I'm saying. I don't get. It's just it doesn't smell right. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't smell right. But I believe Paul Joyce at the end. I do believe him. I think Paul Joyce is not lying when he says it. But it's the manner of putting it out now that it smells a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? It smells a bit. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think you guys in the chat as well probably agree that all this is true. What Joyce is saying, it's just the fact that he's put it out now. I don't like that. You know, and this is me, by the way, guys. Again, this is me sticking up for Jurgen Klopp. You know, everyone who clip me up and come at me and say that I hate this man and all this bollocks because people only watch a 1 minute clip and can judge a human being on that. No, this is actually me sticking up for Jurgen Klopp. So all them haters on social media, come and watch and realise that I am sticking up for him. It's just, it don't make no sense to me. Be honesty, he said that it looks like Paul Joyce wants to point Klopp in a bad light. It does. It does, and he doesn't need to do it. He could have done this later in the summer. Do you know what I'm saying? When Arne Slot was made manager and Klopp's left, he could have done it then. He could have done it then, and I wouldn't have been so bothered because, you know, Klopp's gone. We've moved on. Things are changing. And I wouldn't have been so bothered. And I think that's the reason, because I wouldn't have been so bothered. You guys wouldn't have been so bothered. No one else would have been so bothered. Everyone would have probably saw a tweet and gone, yeah, I gathered so much, and moved on. But because Klopp's still here and he's literally leaving the football club on Sunday, literally leaving the football club on Sunday, is his last game, it makes us care because it's a naughty thing to do. Do you know what I mean? It seems a bit naughty. Is he an Evertonian? He's a blue nose. I never knew that. I don't even know what Paul Joyce looks like. Has anyone ever seen Paul Joyce? I don't know what he looks like because on his Twitter page, obviously, it's not a picture of him, is it? It's like a drawing. So I don't even know what Paul Joyce looks like, man. I don't even know what he looks like. Big up TW says Liverpool behind the scenes has become toxic, shocking. F's going on, embarrassing. Oh, well, that's another thing I'm trying to do, guys. I've got to calm down my swearing. I've really got to calm down my swearing a little bit. You know, I'd like to get monetized a few times on videos. You know, like because YouTube, you know, it's weird, yeah. I watch some channels, yeah, where they swear like you wouldn't believe, yeah, and they stay monetized. Like that video will stay monetized. I swear a couple of times, I get no monetization on my video. I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? I'm a grown man. Why can't I swear? None of these people watching me are bloody children. I don't. What's going on? But yeah, I've got to calm down on the swearing, man. Calm down on the swearing. Is it on Redmen TV? See, I don't watch a lot of Redmen TV. I ain't gonna lie. Also, I think it's a Mickey take. Right, I'm going to say this right now, yeah? I'm going to say this right now. I actually think it might be a bit of a Mickey take that Redmen TV are making you pay to watch the Jurgen Klopp interview. But Anfield Rap are putting it free on YouTube. So big up Anfield Rap. Their interview of Jurgen Klopp, they're putting free on YouTube. I think Redmen TV are putting theirs on their Redmen Plus website. Is that correct? Please let me someone know that if I'm right or wrong, because I don't want to be dissing someone if I'm absolutely wrong here, and it is free to watch on YouTube. Please tell me. But if it is on their, if it is on their, if it is on their thing, and I don't blame them. By the way, I'm not having a go at them about it. Everyone's got to make money. Everyone's got to make a buck. Make your bread. Do you know what I mean? Do it your way. But you can't. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's a make your money, man. People will go pay for that because they go want to see the Klopp interview of them. So make your money. No problem with it. No problem with it at all. No problem with it at all. But the Anfield Wrap put theirs free on YouTube, man. Yeah, pretty much. That as well. Yeah. Pretty much. And it's in poor taste by Joyce. You should have just waited till Klopp had gone. That's what I said, man. You wait till Klopp's gone in the summer. You put it out, and we can look at it and go, "Oh, it won't get much traction because we've like not. I'm not being horrible when I said moved on, but the man's gone and we've moved into a different, and all this, so it won't get no traction. But because he's not going till Sunday, it's got massive traction. Do you know what I'm saying? So. Joyce, no, there's no reason to wait until Klopp's gone, and no loyalty for that matter. I guess this is one relationship trophy Klopp didn't win. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with that, man. Big up Mac. No, Jamie, it is greedy, mate. It's greedy. Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Like, got to make your money, man. I don't blame them. Look, if people want to pay, go for it. I'm not going to stop anyone making bread. I just, go for it, man. Go for it. If they can put it on their Redmen Plus subscription service, and like 1,000 people watch that interview, and it's like $5.99 a month, ka-ching. It makes sense from a business point of view, don't it? It makes sense from a business point of view. So go for it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I can see why they like FSG. That's all I'm gonna say. Big Ashley in the house. How you doing, my friend? A lot of people just coming in and I wouldn't call Redmen TV a sellout or anything like that. I wouldn't call any channel a sellout. As I said, you've got to make your money, guys. I wouldn't call no one call them sellouts, guys. At the end of the day, you've got to make your money. This is hard to make money in. And what I'll give Redmen TV massive credit for, I'll give them massive credit for, is they put a massive enterprise together. People might not like them. You might not like them, but I respect what they've done. They've put a massive enterprise together. Over 500,000 YouTube subscribers. They've got their own website where they've probably got thousands of people on Patreons, memberships. And they make, people might not like their content, but a lot of people do. And what they did, they're a pioneer in some ways. And I can't stop, people making bread, man. Do it your own way, Do it your own way. And good luck to them, man. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. But they do put a lot of their things. I just didn't know because I was watching it earlier. I think they had like a sneak clip of the interview on, is it YouTube or a YouTube short or on Twitter or something like that, of a little snippet of him, Paul Machin, talking to Jurgen Klopp, and then I believe it said to watch the rest on Plus or something. I don't know, but big up to them that they got a payment wall that you can go behind and watch stuff on, man. All I was saying about it is that I find it very interesting that the two massive Liverpool channels, one puts it out for free and the other one don't. So I just wonder how Anfield Wrap make their money off it and stuff like that. It's interesting. I'd love to talk to these guys and find out a bit of business stuff off them. I really would. How they do it. Yeah, I love Errol. Errol's a cool cat, man. Errol and Errol's my favourite. And what's the other name? Is it Chris? Chris Pajak. I like Chris Pajak. I think Chris is all right. You know, I really I like Chris. I find him quite entertaining when he's doing his watch-alongs and all that. I think he's all right. And what's the girl's name? What's the lady that's on Redmen TV, guys? What's her name? She's all right as well. Is it Chloe or something like that? Yeah, Chloe. Chloe, yeah. She her watch a lot her reactions to games. Her reaction videos are pretty good. I like her reaction videos. I like Chris and I like Errol. Errol's cool, man, because Errol goes on a lot of other channels and gives his time to other channels as well, which is really, really cool of him. I like them. Yeah, Chris. I like Chris Pajak, man. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Jamie, you're more authentic than the club's proxy. But yeah, man, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yes, yeah. Chloe's cool. She's cool as well. She does match reactions after with Redmen TV are really good as well. Errol, yeah, Errol's a cool cat, man. I love Errol. And Chris Pajak. I think yeah, a lot of you like Chris. Yeah, Chris is cool, man. Chris is cool. And then obviously Paul. Yeah. But yeah, big up to them guys getting them interviews, man. If you've watched them interviews, let me know how they are. Look, I'm not going to pay to watch an interview. I'm just not going to do that. So I'll probably, I'll watch the Anfield Raps interview. I believe that's free on YouTube. So, but I ain't going to pay. But if you have watched it, let me know what it's like. Maybe Redmen put it up on their YouTube channel like a couple of weeks later for free after it's been on their channel for a while. Maybe that's what they do. But yeah, I went right off topic. For people wondering what Paul Joyce said, so Paul Joyce, things have been pretty busy on social media today. Paul Joyce putting things out. I will say this right now: it wasn't him directed tweeting. It's quote tweet. It's quotes from Paul Joyce and they've added him on social media, but Paul Joyce has not come out and said all this is shit and all that. It is true. So one of them is Klopp has always been loyal. I read it word for word, guys. Everyone who's just joined that's not heard it. So it says Klopp has always been loyal to his squad, too loyal in some cases. James Milner and Bobby Firmino would have received new contracts last summer had Klopp got his way. Henderson and Fabinho were not pushed out. They forced their own way out. So I'll read that again. Quote for quote. I'm reading it as the whole quote. I'm not missing any words out. Klopp has always been loyal to his squad, too loyal in some cases. James Milner and Bobby Firmino would have received new contracts last summer had Klopp got his way. Henderson and Fabinho were not pushed out. They forced their own way out. So that's very interesting. And the other one was about Joel Matip, that Jurgen Klopp was willing to give Joel Matip a brand new contract. And that's what he's put out today. Also, a couple of, I think, was it a week or so ago? Was it a week or so ago, Goosed Up? Because he reminded me about this as well, that Paul Joyce also brought out the thing where he said that Liverpool wanted Christopher Nkunku. That's who Liverpool wanted to buy. But Jurgen Klopp wanted Darwin Nunez. So he pretty much saying that Darwin Nunez was a Jurgen Klopp transfer. It wasn't a club transfer. It was all Jurgen Klopp. So, and what we're saying is, I think we all knew this in a way, secretly. But what I'm trying to say is, and this is where I'm sticking up for Jurgen Klopp a little bit, is that why bring it up now? Why bring it up now? Why put this on social media tonight where people go and make a thing of it? I'm a content creator. It'd be wrong of me not to talk about it with you guys. Most Liverpool content creators are going to probably talk about it. It's something to talk about. The only people that are not going to talk about it are the people that blindly don't want to talk anything negatively about Jurgen Klopp. And That's absolutely fine. If you don't want to, if you blindly don't want to talk anything negative, you know, on your shows, on your what you do, that's perfectly fine. It's up to you. But you know, I'm not like that. Oh, I'm going to just give you what I've read. Yeah, I mean, Nunez has been better in Nkunku because Nkunku's been injured. But if I had a choice between if I had a choice between the two, I'd pick Christopher Nkunku all day. He's a far better footballer. But if you're going on what's happened this season with his injury, yeah, it's probably pretty lucky. But if Nkunku never got injured, he's probably a far better fit for Liverpool than Darwin is. You know, Nkunku can play that false nine role. You know, he's a very good footballer. He probably suits us better. Let's be truthful here. If we had to choose between Nkunku and Darwin Nunez, Nkunku suits Liverpool far better than Darwin does. So, but obviously with Nkunku's injuries, you know, Darwin, I think, you know, I'd rather have Nkunku every day of the week. But I ain't got a problem if anyone wanted Darwin at the end of the day either. That's all cool. No, I ain't got a problem with that. But we're just talking right now, guys, that yeah, the Milner stuff. The reason I'm saying this is probably true, what Paul Joyce is saying, because if everyone remembers last summer, Paul Joyce, James Milner on Liverpool TV said that the manager wanted to keep me, but the club said no. Because Milner wanted to sign another year. Milner was happy to sign another year with Liverpool. He would be here today. If Klopp got his way, James Milner would be at the club right now. He didn't, you know, he would have been happy signing a year extension. So, but the club said no, but Klopp wanted him to stay. So, with what is being said tonight on social media and all these quotes coming out from Paul Joyce, again, got to take it with a pinch of salt. Paul Joyce has not come out on social media and said any of this is bollocks, by the way. He's not said any of that tonight. He's been tagged in everything, like everything. So it's probably true, but we'll say alleged just in case Paul Joyce is watching. But it's balmy if it's true that, you know, Henderson wasn't forced out. Fabinho wasn't forced out. They forced themselves out, apparently. Like Klopp didn't actually force them to go. Do you I remember that? You know, Klopp spoke to Henderson, and especially, and you know, Klopp was happy to keep Hendo, but he weren't going to stand in his way if Henderson wanted to leave. That was the other thing. Now, Klopp said that himself. He was happy to keep him, but if Henderson wanted to leave, he wasn't going to stand in his way. He'd let him leave. He weren't going to force him to stay. So Henderson and Fabinho pretty much forced their hand. And if we go back to the summer window, we know for a fact that Henderson wanted to leave. You know, Henderson forced that transfer, really forced that transfer. So obviously there's probably a lot of truth in this. You know, there's probably a lot of truth in this. And yeah, as I said, it's Klopp's only weakness. You know, Klopp's main weakness is his inability to let go. His inability to let players go. And even with Borussia Dortmund, if you go back to his Borussia Dortmund days, most of the players that left went to Bayern Munich were players that run out of their contracts. I don't think he sold Lewandowski. I believe he went for a free. I think Goetze went for a free as well, didn't he? And didn't Hummels go for a free as well? Did them three players leave for free? I think they did, didn't they? And then like I think it's just I think it's just his inability to let people go. And look, it's a weakness, yeah, in football, but it's also something I'd admire by the guy, that he shows so much loyalty. Showing that much loyalty is something to admire. Yeah, exactly. He told him, that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't stand in his way if he wanted to leave, because he'd get less minutes. And that's the thing. Saying you're getting less minutes is not the same as saying, I want you to go, is it? You know, Klopp would have been happy keeping him, but he'd play less minutes. And we all know Hendo's ego is like on another planet. And it's like, no, I should play 90 minutes every game. What are you chatting about? I'm going to go. And Klopp was like, okay, go. And he weren't going to stand in his way. So Hendo forced his hand a little bit. But Klopp was happy to keep him as long as Hendo knew he was only going to play a few minutes here and there. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, Hendo forced his way instead of Klopp Klopp forcing him out the door. Guys, I'm agreeing with everyone, you know. I'm agreeing with everyone. I'm agreeing with everyone. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm like. I swear, I'm agreeing with everybody here. Yeah, Klopp told Henderson, "You're not going to be a guaranteed starter, and your minutes will be less because you're getting older, and I need to get new blood in." But he didn't tell him he had to leave. He was happy with Henderson staying, guys. This is the thing. It's all cool him saying that, but at the same time, Klopp was actually happy for Hendo to stay. Yeah, Hendo would have got less minutes and not played so much. But if Hendo's ego weren't out there, guys, on a different planet to his ability, and didn't force his way out the club, Henderson would still be here now. He'd be just playing less minutes. If Henderson was okay playing less minutes, Henderson would still be here now, guys. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? So I am agreeing with you all. You know, I'm totally agreeing with everyone here when you all say this. All I'm saying is that if Henderson decided that he was happy to stay at Liverpool and play less minutes and help the squad and help the young guys coming through and stuff like that, Henderson would still be here probably. But Hendo's ego, like he thought he was bloody Maradona or something like that, didn't he? So, yeah, we all know how that summer window went. We was all a bit, we was all pissed off with him, weren't we? We was all pissed off with him. You know, I was pissed off with Henderson. This is the reason I was pissed off with Henderson in the summer when he left, because he was our club captain for many years. Yeah, he was our club captain after Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard, when he left, Jordan Henderson was captain. So Jordan Henderson was captain for Liverpool for a long time, for a long, long time. And I felt a player with that much leadership in the game and that much experience about what he's done, especially at Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, that he knew he was getting older. Him staying and maybe not playing as much as he did the year before or the year before that, but helping the youngsters coming through as a leader and the love for the football club and the love for the manager. That's what peed me off in the summer. I felt like Endo turned on us a little bit, but that's just me. Yeah, now Endo's been thrown out of Ajax. But yeah, so I'm agreeing with everyone. I'm sticking up for Klopp here. I'm not going against Jurgen here. I've even said I think Paul Joyce putting these like everyone quote tweeting or grabbing these quotes from Paul Joyce a day and putting it on social media. I don't think it's needed. With one, you know, Klopp's leaving on Sunday. You could have easily done this on Tuesday or Wednesday next week. You know, you could have found these Paul Joyce quotes, put them on social media on Tuesday and Wednesday next week because Klopp's gone then. And then it's like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, you'd read the tweet and go, oh, Klopp wanted to keep Milner, Henderson. He didn't really want this to go, that to go. And you would have gone, oh, okay. I thought so, but Klopp's not here no more. So what's the problem? But because that wouldn't have got no traction, so they're doing it a couple of days before he leaves, which I just feel it's a bit dirty. Just feels it's a little bit dirty. Even if you hate Jurgen Klopp, if there's someone out there who doesn't really like Jurgen Klopp and hates Jurgen Klopp, I feel even they feel like that's a bit dirty. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit dirty. It's a bit dirty. Let me know how you guys feel by it. Do you believe the Paul Joyce comments? Does everyone believe them? Let me know what you think in the chat, guys. I'll be interested to know what you guys are feeling by it. Let me just... I'll bring them on the screen as well, in case anyone calls me a liar. So you know what people are like. There they are. Yeah, there they are. So there's all there's the comments there. There's the comments there. And Nkunku has been on stretcher all season. Yeah, unfortunately for Christopher Nkunku, he's been extremely injury prone, and but as a footballer, he's a quality footballer. Just for some reason, it's just not gone well for him on the pitch. So yeah, I'll just put this on the screen, and in case anyone called me a liar or anything like that, and say, "Oh, he didn't say that. I've not seen it." And this is just Anfield edition. There's loads of other people that are carrying this right now. That's just the ones I'm showing you. There's loads of ones being carried like that right now. But I thought I'd just show you guys that, because you know what people are like sometimes. They're like, "Oh, I don't believe you. I never saw it." But yeah, there it is. So yeah, so the two things is Jurgen Klopp was serious about giving Joel Matip a new deal this summer. Oh, bloody hell. I read that last summer. Well, shit, this is even worse then. I read that as last summer. This summer. Shit. Let me put that out there for you. So, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Jurgen Klopp was serious about handing Joel Matip a new deal this summer. I thought it said last summer. It actually says this summer. Well, even though he's been injured all this time. Wow. No, that's a mad one. No, I know he likes Joel Matip. Klopp loves Joel Matip. You know, Joel Matip is probably our second best defender. That's why he probably wanted to give him a new deal. To be fair to Klopp, Joel Matip is our second best defender. So I can understand why he probably wanted to keep him. I get that. I get it. This can be taken two ways, though. I'm going to talk about this a minute. This could be taken two ways. This quote could be wrong. This quote could be wrong. And the reason why I'm saying this right now, I'm going to give Jurgen Klopp a benefit of the doubt here. I think this quote might be wrong, because I think Jurgen Klopp might be meaning that he was willing to give Joel Matip a new deal while he was still recovering from his injury, just to see him through. So maybe an extra 6 months on top of his, an extra 6 months at the club after his contract run out, just so he can stay at the club and heal and recover and rehab. I'll give Jurgen maybe a touch of benefit of the doubt there. It might be that. It might not be like I wanted to give him a new 2 or 3 year deal. It might be just the fact that that's given him a deal while he recovers at the club from his injury, because Joel Matip is still going to be injured when the season ends, guys. When the season ends, Joel Matip is still going to be injured. So maybe that's what he meant, that's given him a contract while he recovers at the football club, because he probably said this when Klopp was not thinking about leaving Liverpool just yet. And that was his thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what it's meant. And this quote is not quite correct. Maybe this quote is not quite correct. So I will give Klopp the benefit of the doubt on that one, because there's no way Klopp. Surely there's no way Jurgen could go, right, Joel needs a new 2 or 3 year contract at the football club with this serious injury, and at being 33. You know, getting on a little bit, picking up injuries. That wouldn't make sense to me at all. I just love the comments underneath it, by the way. But that wouldn't make sense to me at all. That's surely misquoted. Surely that's misquoted. I'm going to go on the misquote thing now. I might be reaching. I don't know, Mom. I don't know. But I am going to give Klopp the benefit of the doubt on this one and think that's a misquote. I think Klopp meant he wants to give him a new deal while he recovers from his injury at Liverpool. And then, so we see him right, because officially, when Matip's injury ends in the summer, he's got to leave the football club, which means he's got to find somewhere else to go and rehab and stuff like that. He won't be part of the Liverpool Football Club staff no more. So, he'd have to go and find a new club and, find that new club and rehab at that new club and all that. So maybe Klopp felt, you know what, actually, I want to keep him. I want to pay him respect to keep him. Because didn't Klopp say something at the press conference once that he said the club would do the right thing by Joel Matip? I swear he did. Guys, am I wrong here? He's 32 at the moment. Am I wrong here? Didn't Jurgen Klopp say in the press conference that the club would do the right thing by Joel Matip? Didn't he say that? I swear he did. Let me know if I'm right or wrong there, guys. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he did. So I think this quote's mistaken. What did you say? Scraps? In regards to Matip, it was a press conference. Klopp said, I expect the club. Yeah, there you go. Show their club. So, Scrap, big up, man. I thought I was right. Big up, Scrap. Thank you for reminding me. And everyone's saying the same. So, I think that quote's mistaken. And this is the problem. This is the problem now. That I believe, look, I'm not going to disagree on the player things. I do think, like, them things are true. But this one, they've taken it the wrong way. This quote's taken the wrong way. I think this quote is taken wrong. I think Klopp wanted the club to show their class and keep Joel Matip part of the club while he's going through his rehab. If it's a 6-month deal, it's a 6-month deal, and then you let him go after that. So the club are looking after him, but you've got to give him a contract. You can't just say, you can't have a player run out of his contract, which means he's not getting paid no more, guys. You've got to remember this. Once his contract finishes, he's not getting paid. So, then he's just using the club's facilities and all that. That ain't going to happen, is it? The club will go ask him to leave the football club and find a new club, get his agent and find a new club for him and rehab at his new club. The club are not going to pay to him rehab at our football club when he ain't got a contract. So I think that's what Klopp meant by it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there, man. Yeah. No, Brandon, we already know this is not Paul Joyce has not wrote this himself. This is part of his, Paul Joyce has got, I think he writes a Telegraph, is it? This is going to be all in there and people have taken quotes out because it's everywhere over social media. And Paul Joyce has not come back and said it's bullshit, by the way. So, yeah, yeah. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt there. Seriously. I'm going to give Jurgen the benefit of the doubt there. No doubt whatsoever. Other things that Fabrizio Romano said today is that there is nothing concrete in the rumours of interest in Darwin Nunez. Although clubs are keen on the striker, any deal will be difficult because he is really expensive. So, according to Fabrizio Romano today from Give Me Sport, talking on Give Me Sport, basically saying that there's no chance Darwin Nunez leaves the club this season because how much the club would ask for him. Now, I've seen rumours that the club want 80 million for Darwin Nunez if they were going to sell. 80 to 85 million for him. They're the rumours. They're the rumours from that. That's the rumours about Darwin Nunez. Let me know about the Darwin Nunez thing. John says Joyce wrote an article about Klopp and the quotes are taken from that. That's what I thought, John. Big up to you, man. Does anyone see let me know in the chat right now. Does anyone see a club paying 80 million for Darwin Nunez? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Does anyone see anyone paying 80 million pounds for Darwin Nunez? Josh, we could trade / swap him for other players. Liverpool don't really do that much, do they? I think Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, my friend. Was the last time we done that Andy Robinson with Kevin Stewart? Is that the last time we did that kind of deal? When Kevin Stewart went to We sold Kevin Stewart the Hull for 10 million, didn't we? Everyone forgets that. That's a great bit of business, by the way. And then we bought sort of like Robbo for 8, and it was almost like a free transfer, weren't it? Where we did that sort. Was that the last time? Is everyone saying yes to what I just said there? Is everyone saying yes to you do think we can get 80 million for him? Yeah, I think you're right, Brandon. I think you're right as well, man. I think Arnie Slot will have a look at him. I agree. Kevin, was it 6 million? Was it 6 million, Gary? And then like 8 million for Robbo, making it like a £2 million transfer almost sort of thing, weren't it? Say it like that. I know it was like almost like a free transfer, the way it was worked out, where we did the swap deal. Yeah, it was a good bit of business. Let's put it that way. So there's a lot of rumours that Barcelona, apparently the reason Xavi is staying at Barcelona as their new manager now, because apparently he's been guaranteed he's got £250 million to spend. Now, I don't know where they found 250 million quid. I don't know if it's a Spotify deal. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that deal still exists at Barcelona. I haven't been keeping attention. But apparently the rumours are Xavi is staying at Barcelona as their manager next season because he has been told he's getting £250 million to spend. Now, the reason I bring this up is because there's another thing we need to talk about today, and that is Luis Diaz, guys. That is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is apparently wanted by Barcelona. Barcelona will try and sign Luis Diaz this summer. Apparently, he's the most desired winger they want at the football club. I believe someone said Diaz might have been a Barcelona fan when he was a kid, or looked up to Barcelona when he was a kid, and always dreamed of playing for Barcelona. Do a quick poll in the chat, yes or no in the chat. There's a quick poll in the chat. Would you sell Luis Diaz this summer? Yes or no in the chat. Just give me a simple yes or no, and then we move on. Would you sell Luis Diaz this summer? Would you sell Luis Diaz this summer? Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, fuck him. I've just sworn. Oh, God. Oh, it's going to be so difficult for me not to swear. I swear naturally. Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, F him. Get him out of here. Eamon says no. Big up Eamon, my friend. Yeah, everyone's, yeah. Chatty Pappy. Yeah, wow. A lot of you. Yeah, Scotty in the chat. Get Somerville. No, one last chance. Yes. Take the dad with you. Right. Well, I don't need to go with him. A lot of yeses. Big up Eamon with the no. It's good stuff. Bloody hell, you guys are like, no, he can go. He can leave. What sort of transfer fee are we looking at for Dole? Look, if Luis Diaz is the one to go, guys, how much money are we looking to get in for Luis Diaz? Give me a ballpark figure, guys. What are we looking at? Are we looking around the £70 million mark for Luis Diaz? I mean, if we can get 70 million for Luis Diaz, you can't. I mean, guys, if someone came to you tomorrow, if someone came to Liverpool tomorrow and went, look, we really want Luis Diaz, and Richard Hughes goes, look, if you want Luis Diaz, because Richard Hughes has got to big him up. Look, Richard Hughes bigging him up. He's like, he's our most important winger. We love this guy. We believe in this guy. He's got so much quality. But for us to let him go, to you, and I know Luis Diaz is interested in maybe leaving anyone. The only club I know personally, Luis Diaz has told me the only club he wants to leave Liverpool for is Barcelona. So you know it won't be a problem signing him, but we want 70 million. we want £70 million for Luis Diaz. Do you reckon you get 70 million for Luis Diaz? What do we say? Do you reckon you get around 70 million for Luis Diaz? What? Coach sounds like 300 mil. Yeah, 70 million is a great deal, by the way. You know, 70 million is a £50 million player. You can get 70 mil for him, man. That's the rumours. Apparently, that's what Liverpool want. Liverpool, if they're willing to part with Luis Diaz, the rumour at the moment is, I don't know if it's a fact or anything like that. It's all just rumour and hearsay. But what the rumour is at the moment is that Luis Diaz will be, if he is sold, it would be for around that £70 million mark. Now, if there's anyone that can talk anyone into buying a player, it probably Michael Edwards. But you've got to remember, Michael Edwards is not the sporting director. Richard Hughes is. But you'd feel like Richard Hughes would probably be backed up by Michael Edwards. So can Richard Hughes get the money? Can Richard Hughes do the business and talk to Barcelona and go, right, you want my friend? Yeah, it's 70 mil, man. 70 mil. We ain't talking anything lower. What about 40 million and Rafinha? What about that, guys? What if we go to Barcelona and we go, look, we know you haven't quite got 70 million to spend, right? We know you've got a few issues. And I know you want to get Rafinha off your books. So here's what we do. We give you 40 million. You give us 40 million for Luis Diaz and Rafinha. What about that? You give us 40 million and Rafinha. Would he take that? Would Rafinha want to leave? I don't know if Rafinha wants to leave, to be fair. But I think Barcelona need to get him off the books, is what I heard. I personally don't like Rafinha. I'd rather keep Luis Diaz. If it came down to it, in my opinion, it's a bad bit of business. But I know there's a lot of people that actually rate Rafinha. I'd rather keep Luis Diaz, personally, than get Rafinha. Do you know what I'm saying? Mac, I agree. But a lot of people like Rafinha. Don't ask me why. A lot of people do. Not my cup of tea. I'd rather keep Luis Diaz. That's the one. That's probably the deal, Bobby. Yeah, there you go. That's the deal, yeah? Would everyone accept what Bobby said here, guys, on the chat? Radio and 40 million. Would you go with that one? Are we going for that one? If we can do a deal there? Or do we just go, you know what? Stick the money. We don't want the 70 million. Just give us Pedri. Go to Barcelona. Look, we know you gave Pedri this golden handshake contract. Yeah, this like can't be broken deal. But I tell you what, if you want Diaz that badly, that's not talk about money. Just give us Pedri. Just give us Pedri. You have Luis Diaz. Yeah, we'll call it quits. Yeah, everyone's up for that. Yeah, Yeah, we're all up for that deal. Yeah, we're up for that deal. Yeah. Pedri in the midfield with McAllister. What are we saying? Pedri and McAllister in that midfield and then go and buy a DM. Then you ain't got to buy it. Then you ain't spent money on a midfielder. So you can still buy a DM with Pedri and McAllister. How about that for a midfield, guys? Yeah. And then you've got rid of Diaz. Yeah. But the only problem with Pedri is his fitness. I prefer Gavi, or Promo's got it here. You go, Barcelona got some players we can take, you know. Yeah, Promo's got it as well, you know. Yeah. That's the only thing with Pedri is his fitness. If Pedri can stay fit, Pedri McAllister and a brand new DM would be disgusting. I ain't gonna lie. That would be disgusting. Depending on the DM is gonna be. Yeah, Promo might have it in the bag there, man. But the Luis Diaz situation, I don't think it's gonna go away. The news is like what I've been reading tonight is that Liverpool are happy. If any of the forwards are going to go, it looks like they're quite happy to let Luis Diaz go. If anyone, yeah. Liverpool considers Luis Diaz the most expendable among the strikers, the attackers. Taking into account his age, market value, and potential suitors, Diaz is open to a move away from Liverpool. It's deemed surplus to requirements under Arne Slot. So let's say now that Arne Slot don't even want him. So this is a bit harsh, but Liverpool consider Luis Diaz the most expendable among the attackers. Do we agree with that? Do you think Luis Diaz is the one most likely to leave out of the wingers, the attackers this season? You know, what are we saying? Yeah, I do like their deep dive programs, Joe. Big up, man. I do like their deep dive programs. I will say that for Redmen TV. Their deep dive programs are really good. Good deep dive programs they are. Top stuff. You'll believe Diaz is the one, yeah? Diaz is the one. Interesting. Apparently, the rumours are that Liverpool are interested in a winger. Now, I don't know who that winger's going to be. The one getting all the credit at the moment is Somerville. That's the one getting all the talk about at the moment. I don't know that. I like Somerville, what I've seen of him. I rate him. I think he's got a lot of talent and a lot of potential. My problem is with it, and I've said this many times, I don't think we should be buying potential. I think we should all be really buying ready-made. In a couple of years' time, Somerville might be the man. But are we in that market right now? I don't know if we're in the market for potential. I think we're in the market for ready to play now, personally. And I think it might be just a bit early for Somerville. I'll tell you a player I do like. This is a left winger I do like, and you guys might not agree with it. He did used to play for Liverpool's academy, Anthony Gordon. I actually think Anthony Gordon's a pretty good player, you know. And we've seen how good he is in an attacking Newcastle team. You know, Newcastle under Eddie Howe play front-footed attacking football, and Anthony Gordon stands out in that. He played well again tonight, scoring a goal. I think Anthony Gordon has been probably Newcastle's best player this year. You know, every game I watch, Anthony Gordon's always up for it. Gives everything in every game I watch him play. You know, Claire Balding. You know, would you go for someone like Anthony Gordon? You know, helps to the homegrown quota. You know, our homegrown. You know, homegrown quota needs sorting out. We know this coming up. You know, the homegrown part of it is we do need to sort that out. What do we reckon on Anthony Gordon, guys? Do you reckon he's a player we should be looking at? Would Anthony Gordon do better than Luis Diaz in this team right now? What are we saying here? What are we saying? I think Anthony Gordon's a good player, man. Promo agrees. Yes. Yes. Gordon's got the mineral, big up minerals. Claire Baldwin. He does look a bit like Claire Baldwin. And you think how Newcastle thought, we're a better team than Newcastle. You put him in our forward lineup, Anthony Gordon might look better. To be fair, I didn't like him at Everton because he was a diving prick, but he was playing well at Everton as well. We've got to give Anthony Gordon his credit here. When he was at Everton, before he was signed for Newcastle, Anthony Gordon was playing well. You know, yeah, we thought at the time 30, 40 million quid or whatever it went for. Was it 40 million quid to Newcastle? Was a bit steep. But he probably got it right, you know. Yeah, Newcastle probably want a lot of money for him. Yeah, but a lot of you guys, too expensive, Jamie. They'd be wanting 100 million for him. Yeah. The problem with the Anthony Gordon situation, I think Anthony Gordon and Alexander Isak and Bruno Guimaraes are the three players that Newcastle are looking to sell in the summer. Because as mad as this sounds, Newcastle are the richest club in world football, but they can't spend any money. It's mad. This is why the rules don't make no sense. So the richest club in the world need to let go of one of their prized talents. They don't want to let him go. They don't want to let go of Gordon. They don't want to let go of Isaac. They don't want to let go of Bruno. But if they want to spend big, they need to sell big. Although they're the richest team in the world, just so terrible the rules are at the moment. And I think all 3 players are going to be around that £100 million mark, which is a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but is he worth it? Let's think about this. Is Anthony Gordon worth 100 million? No, of course he isn't. But was Jack Grealish worth 100 million? No. But was Jack Grealish worth 100 million to Man City? The answer is yes, because they needed that player. And I think sometimes this is what we got to do as a football club. And I think this is where we go wrong as a football club sometimes when we profile a player. Sometimes you've got to pay over the odds for a player if they fit your club. If they fit your club and you know you're spending too much money on that player, sometimes you've got to do it. Do you know what I mean? You know, Anthony Gordon was, Jack Grealish is not £100 million footballer. Nowhere near it, right? Nowhere near it. But he was £100 million footballer to Manchester City. And, you know, Man City won the treble with Jack Grealish. So it worked, yeah? Although they've fallen off this season. But it was to the... Like, sometimes you got to pay over the odd for a player that you know will fit your team. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to get at here? It's mad. I don't like it, but you know what I mean? Sometimes I think, like, you look at it, if you buy Anthony Gordon for 100 million this summer, what is he, 22, 23 years of age? And he has 8 great years at Liverpool. The boy's a scouser. I don't know if he's a red or a blue. I have no idea. I know he played for Everton, but he also was in Liverpool's academy, weren't he? So I don't know if he grew up a red or a blue, but he's a Scouse boy. I think his hero was Steven Gerrard, if I remember correctly. And when he did an interview, didn't he say he looks up to Mo Salah? Didn't he say Mo Salah is his idol or something like that? And the player he puts his game on, Mo Salah. You know, he tries to play like Mo. That's who he looks to as a Y player. Go and get him, man. He is a blue, yeah? Even better. Go and get him because he's a blue, just to piss them off. That'd be hilarious. But he's a Scouser. I think his hero is not Steve Gerrard. It's Mo Salah, ain't it? It wasn't Steve Gerrard. His hero is Mo Salah. He looks up to Mo Salah. He's who he bases his game on. There's no way Anthony Gordon won't come to us, guys. I'm telling you right now. There's no way. He is a red, yeah? He was a Liverpool fan. Yeah, because he was in our academy as a kid, weren't he? I mean, a young kid. You know, maybe like 10, 11, 12 years of age sort of thing. But he is a red. Yeah, go and get him in. Go and get Anthony Gordon in, man. If it's a club, it's his club. Go and buy him. He was in our academy when he was a kid. His idol is Mo Salah. Yeah, Pay the 100 million, man. Yeah, all right. Pay the 100 million. Pay the 100 million. It doesn't matter at the end of the day if it works, guys. It doesn't matter at the end of the day if it works. You could buy a £30 million player and he'd be abysmal. You've wasted £30 million. You buy a £100 million player, but he's not worth £100 million. But if it works, it don't matter at the end of the day. If you got him for 8 years, and in 8 years he's fantastic for your football club, then 100 million was well spent at the end of the day, weren't it? Jamie, you're convincing me we need to sign him. I'm telling you, what's he got? 12 goals this season for Newcastle? Is it 12 goals this season he's got for Newcastle? He's quick. He's intelligent. He wins a lot of free kicks and fouls. He scores good goals. He's got a great work rate. You know, he's got a great work rate as Anthony Gordon. He's up and down. He's likable. He's a red. Do the deal, man. And if it don't work, Tina, you just have to cut your losses a little bit, you know? If it don't work, you just have to cut your losses a little bit, but you still got to get good money for him. Even if you sell him for 50 million, yeah, you're losing 100%, yeah? But you're still making 50 million. So you're still going to make decent money on him if it doesn't work. Yeah, I think every club knows if you're buying a £100 million player, you're not really going to ever see the return in that money if you sell them. Very unlikely. But you'll probably see some return. It's not like you're not going to sell him for 20 million. if it didn't work, Anthony Gordon would still have a reputation where you could probably get, 50, 60 million for him if it didn't work. Do you know what I'm saying? It'd be likable if he played for Liverpool, Donut. That's what I meant by it. It'd be likable if he was playing in a red shirt. Yeah, and this is all like we have Arnie Slot's not even here yet, so this is all like just chat at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And this is the way we work. Thank you, Forever FC. This is the way we work. If we get 65 million plus for Diaz, basically Gordon will cost us 35 million in the swing. And that is how we work as a football club. That is FSG. Big up Forever. Forever LFC works for FSG. That's what I'm going to go on right now. And that is true, man. It's true. In theory, it only costs us 35 mil. It's it's not going to be a flat out 100 million quid. You know what I mean? We're not going to take 100 million quid out of our bank account and just give it to Newcastle. It's going to come from sale purchases. So if we sell Diaz for 60 odd million and we just topping that up with 30 odd million quid for Anthony Gordon, in theory, we've literally only paid 30 million quid for Anthony Gordon. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting this summer because I do think we'll get a wide player. And that's what we're saying is we don't think he's worth £100 million. No way. But there's good things about Anthony Gordon. He's homegrown. We have got a homegrown issue. We have got a homegrown issue. We need homegrown players. So he's homegrown. He's a Scouse boy. Apparently, everyone's saying he's a Red. He's a Liverpool fan. His idol is Mo Salah. He's quick. He's athletic. He scores goals. His work rate is fantastic. There's a lot I like about him as a footballer, man. There's a lot of what I like about him as a footballer. And sometimes you have to pay over the odds for a footballer, even though you know they're not worth that money. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to do it. Big up, Xander. What did Joyce say? Right, Xander, I'll put it on the screen and then you can see it for yourself instead of me going through it again, my friend. There, right, let me just put it on the screen for Sam. I'm just going to leave this on the screen for 1 second, just so if there's new people coming in here, they can see for themselves. So I don't, because I've been through this already. So I will leave things on the screen there for you, Xander, my friend. Yeah, and as you can see at the bottom there, Xander, as well, Jurgen Klopp was serious about handing Joel Matip a new deal this summer. We've gone through that one. We think that's a misquote about something different. But yeah, these are the things that have come out tonight, my friend. And what we basically said here, Xander, big up to you. What we basically said here is that why say this when Klopp leaves in a few days' time? It's a bit shitty. It's a bit shitty that they've said this. This has all come out with only he's got a few days left. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Tina, you can't see that. Hang on. Just for the people at the back. There you go. Is that a little bit better, Tina? I'll go full screen. I've taken my face off, Tina. Is that just for the people at the back? If you can see that a bit better, man. I agree, Josh. I don't even disagree with you, my friend. I agree with you. And that's what we're saying, that it's just the timing's terrible. I agree. Tina still can't see it. Hang on, Tina. Let me help you here. I can't. I'll zoom. Whoa. So, I've gone on the new shopper for some reason. Right, there you go. So there's the first one. I'll go through it bit by bit. I can't zoom in any. Tina, surely you can see that. Jamie, can you talk about Mo? Do we let him go on a free or not? We'll talk about Mo in a second. Yeah, we'll talk about Mo, and we're going to talk about another player we could be bringing in a minute. Edwards and Hughes will bring in some mad signings. Doubt we get any big names. Maybe not Mac, but I just don't want them to be potential all the time. Do you know what I mean? Forever FC says, big up Jamie Ladd. We all know how FSG work by now, mate. Yeah, exactly. But it makes sense what you said as well, fella. It makes sense what you said. Big up Tina. So yeah, there's the two things. There's that one by Paul Joyce there, that one, and then there the Fabrizio one. If everyone's read that, I'll go down to this one. And that's the other Paul Joyce thing about the Jurgen Klopp was serious about handing Joel Matip a new deal this summer. And what we've come up with on this one is that we think that might be a bit misquoted. You know, we don't think that Klopp was intending to give Matip like a 2-year deal. We think Klopp meant to give Matip like a 6-month deal to rehab at Liverpool through his injury and not a new. So we think that one's a bit misquoted. But what we're saying with all this though, guys, I'll take that off now. What we're saying with all this, guys, is that it's not that we disagree with what is being said. It's the fact that why say it now when there's only a few days the clock goes? It just smells shitty. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is there. It does smell shitty. There was another player I was going to talk about. We'll get to Mo in a second. What's his name? Oh, bloody Nora. It's gone out of my head. Hang on. Let me just get it up on my Twitter. Let me get it. Oh, God, it's zoomed into 200% for... Ain't there? Where was it? Let me find it. Don't go anywhere, guys. It's here somewhere. All right. So Liverpool have been offered the chance to sign Nice midfielder Keprem Thuram for £13 million this summer. So this is the rumours coming out today. Apparently Liverpool have been offered the deal to buy Thuram for 13 million quid this summer. Does anyone know why Thuram's that cheap? Is Thuram coming to the end of his contract? Is that why he's that cheap? I've not heard a lot of people talk about Thuram this season. Has anyone been keeping an eye on him? I know in the summer we was all talking about Thuram, get him in. But it's all gone very quiet. What's he been like? Does anyone know? Has he been good? Why is he cheap? Is he coming to the end of his contract? Is it why it's easier to buy him? Let me go on transfer market, actually. Let me have a quick look on transfer market. So on transfer market, yeah, his contract expires in 2025. So his contract expires in 2025. So next June. So last season would be the last year on his deal. You know, yeah. So Thuram will have 1 year on his contract next season. They have 1 year left on his contract next season. Guys, 13 million quid. Thuram, what we saying? Is that someone that the sporting director would go for? Is that someone that Richard Hughes would look at? Are Richard Hughes and his team alerted to the presence of Keprem Thuram for only 13 million quid? You know, knowing us, we'll pay 8 million for him. But what do you reckon, guys? 13 million quid? Would you take him? Is that a good bit of business? Is he that good? Because I've not heard people talk about Thuram this season. I've not really, heard a lot of people talk about him. In the summer, it was all chatting about Thuram, but I've not really heard people going, "Oh, do you remember that Thuram we didn't go for in the summer?" Well, he's been doing bits this season. I just don't know. Let me have a look at his season so far. Let me have a look at his stats. See, transfer market have got his market value at 35 million. So that's still not that expensive. They're letting him go on the cheap here. Right, where the bloody hell's his stats gone? Right, wow, it's not great. So Kepa Thuram this season has played 25 games, scored 1 goal and 1 assist. He's played 27 games in all competitions as a centre midfielder. He's played 27 games, got 1 goal and 1 assist this season as a central midfielder. He's played 21 games as central midfield, and he's played 3 games this season for Lille at a DM position. Do Liverpool buy him as a DM though? Yeah, big up James, man. He's a box-to-box player, but you can be a box-to-box DM. Do you know what I mean? If you look at Declan Rice, would you say Declan Rice is an out-and-out DM or more of like a defensive box-to-box midfielder? Because if you look at Declan Rice, you know, he wins the ball back really high up the pitch. He wins the ball back in deep positions in the pitch in his own half. He's more box-to-box defensively minded, like Kante used to be. He wasn't an out-and-out 6. Could you use him for that? Could you go and get him as a DM like that, a box to box sort of like defensive midfielder? 13 million quid. The fact it's 30 million quid and people are not really talking about him. Is he better than Curtis Jones? There you go. Let's play upgrade here. Let's play the upgrade game, yeah? Let's talk about our midfielders. So we've got Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister. Them 3, you'd feel are only get better next year, hopefully, especially the other 2. And then we've got Elliott, who I really rate. I think Elliott's a diamond of a player. Curtis Jones, by the way, congratulations to Curtis Jones and his partner. I believe his girlfriend. They've just announced that they're having their first baby together. So congratulations to Curtis Jones and his partner there. Wonderful news. But is he an upgrade on Curtis Jones? Is he an upgrade on Curtis Jones? And if he is an upgrade on Curtis Jones, for 13 million quid, should we go and get him? And then you've got a better squad. You've got a better midfield straight away. So you've got Szoboszlai, McAllister, Elliott, Gravenberch, Thuram, and Curtis Jones. Straight away, that's a better midfield, ain't it? That's just a straight better midfield straight away because you've upgraded Curtis Jones, but you still keep Curtis Jones in the squad. So that's a good upgrade. So do you play the upgrade game? Do you go and get Curtis Jones because he's an upgrade on what you have right now? You know, and I say I really rate Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott is a better footballer than Curtis Jones, and has got more potential than Curtis Jones, in my honest opinion. Yeah, 30 million quid. It's a mad one. It's a mad one. But he only bolsters our squad a little bit better. He's an athletic box-to-box midfielder. My only problem is he's only got 1 goal and 1 assist in 25 games in France, in the French league. In the French league as a midfielder, he's got 1 assist and 1 goal, and he's a box-to-box midfielder. That don't really translate too well. Harvey Elliott's got more goals than that and more assists than that this season as a Liverpool player in a harder league. Let's be serious here. Is Thuram a better player than Harvey Elliott? Because Harvey Elliott as a midfielder this season has got 8 or 9 assists and 3 or 4 goals. So, and Thuram's got 1 goal and 1 assist and as a box-to-box midfielder in France. So is Thuram actually better than Harvey Elliott? And I don't think Harvey Elliott's a goal scorer, guys. This is why I pick Harvey Elliott out and not like a Szoboszlai or things like that. I'm trying to look at players that are maybe quite similar in a way. And that's a good question, Promo. Who replaces Thiago? The DM. That's what we're talking about now. So the defensive midfielder. That's who replaces Thiago, Promo. A DM. And kind of saying he's a deeper midfielder. So maybe if there's a deeper midfielder and he prefers playing more deep than Harvey Elliott does, do we buy Thuram for 13 million quid as our DM? You know, we play him as like Declan Rice plays for Arsenal, because Declan Rice is not an out-and-out defensive midfielder, guys. If you look at Thomas Partey and you look at Declan Rice, Thomas Partey's are more of a DM than Declan Rice is. What people I think get confused with, if you're a midfielder and you're good at tackling and you're good at defending, it doesn't actually mean you're a defensive midfielder. Because remember, guys, Stevie G could play in the number 6. Steven Gerrard could play in the number 6 quite comfortably. And the reason Steven Gerrard could play in the number 6 quite comfortably is because he was an all-round great footballer. He could tackle, he could cover ground, and he was a good defender. So he could play in a DM position. But Steven Gerrard is not a DM by name or nature. Do you see what I mean? You know, it just... And Thuram's quicker and Endo, he'd cover the ground better than Endo, you'd feel. And obviously, looking at his stats and looking at most of the position, I'm just looking at his heat map. Thuram does sit back actually more than I thought. I thought he's more box to box, but he's actually not. He actually sits back a little bit more than I thought. Is Thuram the answer there? They were saying about UEFA. Yeah. Is that the final player? UEFA the final player, guys? Is that what I'm thinking of? Is he Slot's player right now, ain't he? Is that Slot's DM right now? I swear it is. Is it? Is that what I'm thinking of? Let me know, guys. Is that yeah, he is, yeah. That's Slot's DM right now. How's he play, guys? Let me know in the chat, because I don't know much about him. You guys in chat, if you know a bit about him, what do you reckon he is? Is he good? Is he about it? Is he that? You know, does he look good playing in that DM position of what you've seen, guys? Especially under Arne Slot. Yeah, is he about that life? Do you know what I'm saying? He's a less athletic Rodri, but still good. No. Look, Rodri's the pinnacle. Like, Rodri's up there. Anything below Rodri doesn't mean they're still a good footballer. Do you know what I mean? How much do you reckon Weaver would be? He passes the ball well. And look, if you know anything about Arne Slot's teams, he likes players that can play possession-based football. He likes keeping the ball, especially up at the other end of the pitch. You know, where we keep, like Liverpool keep possession in their own half, but Arne Slot likes keeping possession in the opposition's half, you know, and playing in there instead of playing all the way at the back. So if Weaver's good on the ball and he's good at keeping possession, and that's the way we want to play, maybe that's a good bit of business there. I'm not too sure. I don't know what the price for him would be. I can't think players coming from the Dutch league would be that expensive either. You know, how much are players coming from the Dutch league? What, Weaver go cost you, what, 30 million quid? Would you say 30, 35 million quid? Around that ballpark for Weaver? You know, they're not going to be that expensive coming from the Dutch league. What do you guys reckon? Around that 30, 35 million pound sort of mark? Super Mendy? Yeah. I'll let you in for a secret, guys. Every time I've watched Super Mendy, I've not really been that impressed. You know, I've not been that impressed every time I've watched Super Mendy. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't watch him enough. But every time I watch him, I'm like, I think I just this one, Lewis, Frontier Lewis and Benfica. Weren't Liverpool looking at realms of reality? Weren't Liverpool looking at him in the summer? Is that one of them players that came up in the summer that Liverpool looking at? But weren't his buyout clause like 100 million or something like mad? I swear it was. Was his was his buyout clause something like 100 million? I swear it was something mad like that. I might be wrong. I don't like Zubimendi too. It's just every time I've watched him, I'm not a big fan of Zubimendi. We for 29 appearances, 5 goals, 3 assists this season. That's good for a DM. Yeah, Henderson from Atlanta. He's a good player. Ugarte. Now, Ugarte is a player that everyone's been talking about today because is it PSG want to get rid of him? So a lot of people are talking about, oh, let's do a deal with instead of a deal with Barcelona, let's do a deal with PSG. They get Luis Diaz and we get Ugarte. But PSG are willing to let Ugarte go. I'm not a big fan of Ugarte. Every time I've watched Ugarte, his arse is always on the floor. The man goes down to ground constantly. I'm not a big fan of Ugarte. I wasn't a big fan of him at Sporting either when everyone was talking about him. I don't think he's all that, I really don't. And if the truth be told, with Arne Slot, he likes to play a more possession-based game. He likes his player, he likes to play players that are good at keeping possession, good at protecting the ball, good at releasing the ball quickly, are good passers of the football. I don't think Ugarte is your man. I don't think Zubimendi's your man. UEFA, by the sounds of it, if he plays Arne Slot ball right now and he's good at it and he understands what Arne Slot wants him to do, and he can come to that Liverpool team and recap his Feyenoord form for a bigger and better team in a better league, maybe UEFA's a good bit of business. Good bit of business, but yeah, I don't know. Big up Solo in the chat. You're doing well, guys. Make sure you go and subscribe to Keep It Sports. Big up to my man. And Ugate's an out-and-out 6. Where we're talking about like a Declan Rice isn't really an out-and-out 6. He's a tremendous midfielder that reads the game well and is great at tackling. Yeah, but he's not an out-and-out 6. Ugate's an out-and-out 6. Polinia at Fulham is an out-and-out 6 because he's a shit footballer on the ball. He's not the best. But as a DM, he's an out-and-out DM. Makalele was an out-and-out DM. They're proper DMs. People I say this all the time. People see a footballer, a midfielder that's great at positional awareness and great at tackling and likes to defend. It don't actually mean they're a DM. It just means they're good all-round footballers. Big up, Solo. No worries, man. The Brazilian guy, Josh. What's his name? What, the one we were going for in the summer from Fluminense? I can't remember his name now. Andre. Is it Andre? I don't know what happened to him. I have no idea. No idea. Colin rates Cooper Miners. Colin, I think if Klopp and that weren't leaving and Pep Linders weren't leaving, I think Cooper Miners might have been a player we looked at. With Klopp and Pep leaving now, I don't think we're going to be looking at Cooper Miners. I mean, Cooper Miners is a good player, though. Don't get me wrong. I think he's all right. Cooper Miners obviously played for Slot, though, for AZ Alkmaar. But I think Cooper Miners is happy at Atlanta at the moment. Andre Trinidad, that's the one. Yeah, I don't know how he's been getting on in Brazil. Yeah, I'm with you, Liverpool 67. I'm with you on that one. But yeah, apparently he wants a DM in. We want a forward. We want a centre back. Interesting times coming up in the transfer market, guys. It really is. Really a lot of interesting stuff. Right, before we finish up here, guys, let's talk about Mo Salah. Mohamed Salah, guys. Now, a little bit of news come out about Mo Salah today. So Mo Salah is an obvious target for Saudi Arabian clubs this summer. Although adjusting to a country can be a challenge for some players, it is believed that the forward would be more receptive to a switch. This is what's coming out today. I'll put this on the screen for you beautiful people to see so everyone knows. There it is there. I will make it bigger for Tina in the chat. There we go. So there we go. Mo Salah, an obvious target for Saudi Arabian clubs this summer. How are we feeling about that, guys? Oh, I'm down here in the corner, by the way. Hello. How How do we feel about that, guys? With Mo Salah potentially, what do you think, guys? What we saying here? What's happened here? I don't know what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? There we go. What do we reckon, guys? Mo Salah and obvious told Saudi Arabian clubs. They're talking about big up Tina. They're talking about like the challenge to go to a new country like Saudi Arabia can be a challenge to some people. But basically, what I was saying for Mo, it could be a very easy change of scenery for him. Shut up, James. I know you're joking. Make it bigger for me, Jamie. That sounds a bit wrong, James. I ain't gonna lie. What do you reckon? Mo Salah, Liverpool have come out and said Mo's not leaving, but these sort of things are not going away. Like what do we think, guys? Everyone in chat, what Plague 9? Is it Plague of 9? Big up to you, man. What do we think? Is Mo going to stay at the football club? Is Mo going to stay at the football club, or are we go offset him? Now, here, let me go through the situation with Mo Salah, or how I see it. If you look at all our forwards in our team, Salah, Jota, Darwin Nunez, Cody Gakpo, and Luis Diaz. Out of them 5 forwards in our team next season, who would you say is more likely to score 20 goals next season? Who is more likely to score 20 goals for Liverpool next season? Out of Salah, Gakpo, Jota, Diaz, and Salah himself. Give me a name. Who's more likely to get 20 goals next season? Who's more likely? Glass says Salah. Put a name in the chat. Tina says Jota. Colin says Darwin. Alexander says Salah. Bobby says Jota and Salah. Graham says we're pens, Mo. Jota, if he stays fit. Salah and Jota. Salah and Jota are always injured. Salah, Jota's always injured, sorry. Salah. Gakpo played regularly, maybe. Salah. So what we're pretty much going with, Salah would probably still outscore everyone next season, yeah? So if you're Richard Hughes right now as a sporting director who's in charge of all this stuff, does Richard Hughes look at it and go, right, if I let Mo Salah go this summer for good money, I'm probably going to lose my best goal scorer, because unless Diogo Jota can stay fit, I don't think any of them other forwards are going to get Mo Salah numbers. And Mo Salah's my main striker, my main goal scorer. So do I cash in on Mo this summer and get good money for him and try and go and buy another forward that I think can score me 20 goals? Or do I keep Salah and give him a brand new deal, hoping that he can carry on scoring goals in the next year or two? This is the conundrum I think we got with Mo right now. See, this is the issue with it. Unless you're going to get 100 million for Mo Salah, even with a year left in his deal, Liverpool going to be looking for 3 figures. I know he's got 1 year left in his deal, but if Saudi Arabia want him, Liverpool going to be asking for 100 million, even with a year left, because he's Mo Salah. And if Liverpool get 100 million for Mo Salah, I think they sell him, I literally feel like they will look at it and go, right, he's my top goal scorer, but 100 million quid. He's got 1 year left in his contract. He's 31 now. He's going to be 32 going into next season. He could have peaked now. We could have seen a peak of Mo Salah. He might not get better in this. Sell him. And then with that 100 million, we go and buy Isaac from Newcastle. We go to Newcastle and go, look, we want Alexander Isaac. We just sold Mo Salah. Here's 100 million quid for Alexander Isaac. And next season, you pay Alexander Isaac and Darwin Nunez as a front two. So next season, you go, right, we're going to play a front two of Darwin Nunez and Alexander Isaac. And you sell Mo Salah for 100 million. You know, that's Isaac's injury prone, Graham. You're right, but he's also what, second top goal scorer in the Premier League this season, or third top goal scorer in the Premier League, and I believe he has the smallest amount of goals to game ratio or goals to chances ratio in the Premier League as well. He gets 3 chances a game. He scores 1 goal. I mean, injured or not, that's still super impressive. Really impressive. You know, it's just, I don't know. Guys, everyone's saying Isaac's injured. He's only the third top goal scorer in the Premier League. You know, so if he's injured all the time and still scored 20 Premier League goals, it tells you how good of a player he is, don't it? You know, it's an interesting one with Mo. I don't know how the club go about it. I think the club have got to. It's interesting on Mo. It really is. What if you keep Mo, guys, and you give him a brand new contract? Big up, Keep It Sports. Solo said to sell Jamie. It's time. I mean, that's fair. But what if they give him a new deal? What if we give him a new deal? What if we give Mo a new deal? And Mo stays for 2 or 3 years, but Mo's peaked now, and we don't get the best out of Mo in the next 2 or 3 years. Do we then go, "Oh, we should have sold him"? You know, it's a difficult one. The club will be like, if we don't sell, we don't sell Mo. But here's my issue with it, guys. Here's my absolute issue with the Mo Salah situation. We cannot let Mo Salah go for free. If Mo Salah says in the summer, I'm not going to sign a new contract, but I don't want to leave Liverpool, what do you do? Do you keep him for 1 year and you let Mo go for free? Or do you sell Mo Salah this summer, guys? What do you do? Let me know in the chat. Because that is a possibility we got to think of here. We haven't really thought about that possibility, but it's something we have got to think about. If Mo says, I do not want to sign a new contract, I want to see my contract out, but I do not want to leave Liverpool. I want to stay with you guys. You know, I'll stay till the end of my contract. I don't want to go anywhere this summer. Do you go, right, we keep Mo for 1 year, we get the best out of him, we try and get 30 goals out of Mo this summer and try and challenge for the league? Or do you go, no, we can't let you go on a free, Mo. We got to sell you. Yeah, it's a situation that the club have put themselves in. This ain't Mo's fault. This is not on Mo at all. This is like, I would keep. Look, I'm going to say it right now. People might not like it. I would keep Mo. I'd give Mo a new contract. I'd rather, if I gave you an option, guys. Here you go. Let me put myself on screen again. Why am I so small for? Hello. If I gave you these 2 options, guys, Liverpool will go sell 1 forward in the summer. Luis Diaz or Mo Salah. Who are you selling? We can only sell 1 of the 2 in the summer. Are you selling Diaz or are you selling Mo Salah? I would rather sell Luis Diaz, get 70 million for Luis Diaz, spend that 70 million on a striker, maybe the geezer from Sporting Lisbon that everyone wants. I can't pronounce his name. Someone in the chat will pull it for me. I can't pronounce his name properly. So if someone in the live chat can do it, get the geezer from Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, sell Diaz, keep Salah, give him a new deal for another 2 years. Get the geezer from Sporting Lisbon with the money that you sell Luis Diaz for. Would that be a better all-round thing to do? Yeah, would that be a... Yeah, there we go. Big up, guys. Would that be a better thing to do? I'd rather keep Salah between him and Diaz. I'd rather keep Salah and give him a new deal. And John's like, no, let him both can go, man. I don't think he is either, James. Personally, I don't think he is either. But where does he fit into slot system? What, Mo? Now, this is a good point because we know slot systems are a little bit different to Klopp's for the wide players. He don't play his wide players like Klopp does. He plays these wide players a bit more like Pep Guardiola does at Man City. You know, where central midfielders can play in wide areas because it's about keeping possession of the ball in wide areas to build up the pitch, like how City play. You know, Jack Grealish ain't known for his goal creations, his assists and goals. And like Bernardo Silva sometimes plays on the wing. You know, it's about keeping possession of the ball in wide areas and building yourself up the pitch and keeping the ball up top. That's what it's more about, and that's how Slot plays. And if I'm saying that, that don't really suit Mo's game, does it? At all. But would you play Mo as the number 9 next season? I know that's been a lot of talk. Solo says, to be fair, I think both should be sold, rebuild the front three. Could do that. Could do that, my man. Diaz offers nothing offensively now. Very true. I think we are too predictable with Salah. Very true, Tina. I mean, a lot of people have been saying, like, maybe it's time for Mo to play the number 9 role. I don't think Mo playing the number 9 role. I don't know. I'm so 50-50 on it. I don't know if Mo can play as a striker. Mo can adapt others. I think Mo's got the capability of adapting to be a number 9. I really do. I've always said I think Mo could be that number 10 where he just plays behind the striker and he has more freedom. I think that is Mo's position as he gets older, personally. I think Promo might have said that before as well. Like, you play Mo Salah as that, like, floating number 10 behind a striker, where Mo has a lot more freedom in the middle of the pitch. He picks up better positions in the middle of the pitch because Mo is very creative. We know Mo's got excellent passing where he can feed that pass in between the lines for forwards. You know, so maybe Mo, that's where his career more is as the years go on. That sort of like floating 10 position. So I think that benefits him more than being a number 9, in my opinion. Because if he's a number 9, I think Mo's getting very creative. I think you take his creativity away if you make him the number 9. It's just about goals. Where I think Mo's a better player in that at the moment. So in that sort of floating 10, role, where you give Mo the freedom and he's not having to be out wide and using his legs all the time. You think about it, Mo would have to run less. You know, it saves him. So it keeps his pace a little bit, what he's got left. He don't have, Mo in that central area floating around in that number 10 position. Yeah, I think that'd be a great position for him. My friend, is it YPAC? Big up to you. Hi, James. Just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Means a lot to me. I hope you're enjoying the content, my friend. I hope you're enjoying the content. Yeah. You know, you put him in the 9. Yeah. Put him in the 9 and then put Salah just behind him. And then go and buy a quick right winger. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe that's the way to go. So exciting to see what Slot does and how he adapts his style. It is, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. John says Mo lost his pace and can't beat him anymore, so a strike would be better, but can't let him leave on a free. No, you can't let him leave on a free. You can't leave it. Mo has played on the wing since he was off. Inventions are great, but come on. Yeah, but people, I know what you're saying, my friend. I get what you're saying, Plague of 9, but players adapt as they get older. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you remember, like, Ryan Giggs was always a wide player, like you're saying, and eventually, when he got older, he went into central midfield. John Barnes, a wide player his whole career, got older, went into that central midfield area. Then Wayne Rooney go into central midfield at the end of his Man United career. Players adapt a little bit at times, and I think Salah going from right wing to a more central area, he could adapt to it and become better for it. It's a good shout. As a centre forward, could be our Benzema. Yeah. Yeah. CR7 went from wide player to forward. Salah's not only Salah is not only a goal scorer, but he's also a playmaker. Just this season, he's already created 23 solid chances for Nunez, but unfortunately, Nunez missed them all. Yeah, I mean, it's a great point. This is what I'm saying. Big up Wipeout. This is what I'm saying here. Like maybe Salah in that central area, just behind like a Darwin, and you get a wide right winger who's really quick. And you have Gakpo on the left, Darwin up top, and Mo just behind. And then your midfield for 2 or 3 or whatever you want to do. Who knows, man? It's going to be interesting next season because we're looking if Mo stays, his game might be adapted to suit the Slot style. Slot's going to be playing a different way to Klopp. It's going to be all fresh and new to us. And I'm with Tina as well. Salah losing the ball in the wide areas drives me mad. It does drive me mad. Yeah, Somerville in the right wing could be on something there, Colin. I think we're going to be talking transfer rumours a lot this summer, aren't we? I think more than any other summer because we've got a brand new manager coming at the club, and well, he's not a manager; he's the head coach. And Richard Hughes officially starts his job soon. Edwards comes back and officially starts his job. We've got all these people in the backroom staff now that are going to restarting their jobs in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be a new look Liverpool, guys. I don't think we realise how different our football club is going to look come the first match day in August next season. We're going to be sitting there thinking, bloody hell, this is different. Whole different coaching staff, different manager, everything different behind the scenes. Training might be different for the players. The way we set up is going to be different. The way we look's going to be different. The way we play is going to be a bit different. Not like night and day difference, but you got to see differences. And no Klopp is sitting down in the manager's dugout. You got to be Arne Slot sitting there. It's going to be so weird. But it could also be the refreshing change this football club needs. And that is not me slagging Klopp off at all like that. It might just be the refreshing change that this club needs right now, guys. It might be the refreshing. Everyone needs a refresh. It happens. It don't matter how legendary your manager is. Things can get a bit samey after a while. And you need a refresh. And yeah, maybe the refresh, comes good. What Liverpool needs is a replacement for Diaz. I agree. And you can do the job like Marley. Bobby, big up wipe. Yeah, I mean the Diaz thing. I think Diaz is leaving this summer, my friend. I do. Slot will definitely want to keep that. I agree with that as well, Omar. I think if Slot's coming to Liverpool, he wants to make sure Alisson, Trent, Virgil, and Salah are at the football club. I agree, definitely. Yeah, Fergie, 27 years, man. Yeah. Do you know what Fergie did well, though? This is what I'll give Fergie credit for, and I don't like saying that because he's who he is, but Fergie changed around his coaching staff quite regularly and people behind the scenes. So he kept it fresh like that. That's what I'll give him credit for there. That's what I'll give him credit for there. That made me feel sick, by the way. Ooh, I feel ill now. I feel like I need to take a cold shower. Guys, we've gone for 2 hours on a midnight show. That's madness. And you guys have stayed with me all this time. It's now 2 a.m. I appreciate it, guys. And you guys are amazing, man. You guys are absolutely amazing. I really appreciate it. I can't believe you guys, 170 of you have stuck around listening to me waffling on for 2 hours. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. I really do. You don't know how much that means to me. It means a lot. Thank you for all the people that are newly subscribed today as well. And all you guys in the chat, you've been beautiful as always, guys. I like doing these midnight shows because we get a bit more personal. It's me on my own. I like doing shows on me on my own. I think you guys like shows when I'm just doing it me on my own. And that's not me dismissing people like K-Mac and all that. I love them guys. But I think sometimes me on my own with you guys, I think you guys like it as well. So, yeah, big up to you guys. I appreciate this. But guys, look, I'm going to go to bed now. Big up to everyone. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that beautiful stuff, guys. Leave a like on the video. And I'll see you guys. I'm going to have a day off tomorrow. I hope that's all right, guys. I'm going to have a day off tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday. Big up to all of you, and much love to every single one of you. I appreciate, you know, I do. Yeah, big up, Ravi. You know it's love, man. You know it's love. Big up Tina as well, just subscribed. Thank you very much, Tina. I appreciate love. You know that, guys. Enjoy watching, just found your channel. Yes, do you like it already? Oh, thank you very much, White. I appreciate that. That brings a tear to my eye, and I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. I'm an emotional person, so much love, my friend. Much love, and to Tina as well. Much love to Tina as well. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Guys, enjoy the rest of your night, whatever you're doing. I'll see you on Friday. I'm having a day off Thursday, or today. See you Friday, guys. Much love.